Virgo. Let us begin. Well, Virgo, I can see that right now something that's really hitting you in regards to life path, your spiritual path, and who you are as a person. I think that you're taking your environment very personally right now. I think that you're very sensitive to your environment right now as well. I think you know what's right for you, and I think that lately you've really been seeing what's wrong for you as well. Like what would be wrong for you to be a part of versus what would be right for you to be a part of. I feel like you're definitely being called to a higher purpose. And you're keenly aware of what you contribute to life and to the world right now. And I think that you feel like some of you are a little disgusted by some of the things you're seeing around you at the moment as well. The first deck they wanted me to use was the Arrows of Love Oracle deck. And I wasn't going to do a love message for you guys, but they said one of the messages you needed was in this deck. What came out was integrity, higher purpose, standards and boundaries, wings of love, guidance and protection, better off is at the bottom. Oh, that's my other deck, better off. So you're better off away from something. Eye of the Beholder. I think you feel like for a while something was tainting the way you viewed the world. I also feel like with the Eye of the Beholder and integrity, I think that you are looking at other people around you or someone specific around you and seeing their lens and their reality and wishing that you could help them, but knowing that if you can't help them, you can't be a part of this. I think something may have tainted the way you saw things for a while, and it's almost like you snapped out of it. I think some of you recently have been working through a lot of fantasies, a lot of Neptunian energy, trying to get in touch with dreams versus fantasy, illusion, delusion, and then always bringing it back into reality with that grounded Virgo energy that you have. I think that right now you have a lot of integrity and you are being called to a higher purpose and a higher standard. You do have standards and boundaries right now. I can also see that with wings of love, guidance and protection, there is an angel walking with you. I feel as though a lot of you don't just have the support of your guides that are normally with you. You may have extra angelic support right now, supporting you with your high standards or boundaries, supporting you in following your destiny towards a higher purpose. Your standards are definitely higher than other people's right now. And you're not going to lower yourself and be part of something that you think is beneath you in any way, I hear. I think it's been bothering you. I think you've watched something around you that you think is a bit disturbing. This may be happening like in social media. Maybe you've been watching the political or social circle in your community and not liking it. You may feel like you don't quite fit in with family at this time. Feeling like your peer group or like people at work, you're not quite in the same place that they are. I hear you saying like, what the hell is wrong with all of you? Like, aren't you seeing what I'm seeing? I don't know that they are. You may have also been in a relationship or some relationships recently that just weren't meeting your standards and someone might have been pressing your boundaries. You might have let them for a while, but you're being guided and being protected to stay in a place of integrity and giving yourself permission to have boundaries. Because this is creepy, right? This doesn't feel good. They wanted me to use the Kim Cran's Wild Unknown Spirit of the Animal Oracle deck. Starfish in reverse, spider in reverse, and the lamb. I have owl at the bottom of the deck as well. It's Libra energy, Scorpio energy, Taurus, Libra energy with starfish. You are the wise one in the room right now. You see the truth. This card combination tells me that you have tried to deliver a message to others and it has fallen on deaf ears. The Lamb is a messenger, kind of like the Messiah. Some of you have a Lamb and Messiah archetype right now where you have a message to deliver others. And you're willing to make sacrifices for others as well right now. You wanted to share the truth, but you have been unsupported. And it's like with starfish in reverse, other people around you someone tried to get you into an energy that was fueled more by vanity, fueled more by what's popular in this moment. Because starfish needs to be reminded that beauty is only skin deep. Starfish is very sensitive as well. And starfish is an animal that a lot of people pick up and touch and then toss back into the ocean over and over and over again. I think a part of you feels sort of discarded at the moment, like you were someone's special shiny something, and now you're not. Spirit is, if you feel that way, Spirit's reminding you someone might have only been valuing you on the surface and for shallow reasons, and that there's so much more to you than that. And I always say that about Virgo too. I always say about Virgo, what you see is what you get, but there is always more than meets the eye. And I think a lot of people don't give Virgo a listen because you don't come like bursting into a room like Aries or Gemini. You have this very low-key, subtle, reliable, predictable, grounded, stoic energy that's so sustainable and sustaining. And you're not flashy people. You're real. You're like all the way real. And I feel like you might have, based on the tarot, I think you may have sort of felt like you were in a group or in a scenario that was kind of vain and shallow. If you didn't fit in there, don't let that hurt your self-esteem, Virgo, even if you're feeling that way now, because what that group valued was shallow. And you were not going to be able to contribute the best parts of yourself to it anyways. Maybe dealing with a person that's shallow and vain. I feel like with Spider in reverse here, Spider weaves a meticulous web. I feel like with Spider in reverse, it's kind of back to the drawing board, like you're taking the web down. It wasn't appreciated. I feel like you're reworking something right now. And because you're the lamb and the owl, you're the wise one with the message that can save others. If it's not going to be supported and it's just going to be tossed back, then you were in the wrong place, in the wrong scenario. Trust that you are wise and that you can make sacrifices and deliver your message to the right people. You just have to find them, the right scenario. I also think recently you've tried to help others. And again, like it's just fallen on deaf ears. With higher purpose and the Lamb, some of you do really have a higher calling, but your audience is everything. Timing might be off with something. I'm trying to think of examples, but they're telling me don't. They will understand, and it'll be different for each of them. I feel like it's played out specifically maybe in relationships as well. Out of the Untold Truth of the Heart Oracle deck, mirror, reflection, shared feelings, you, conflicted, multiple choices, inconsistency, decisions, sidetracked, delays, distractions, change, and fantasy, dreams, fairy tale, imagination, better off. One day, better off one day, but there's unconditional love possibly. Some of you have recently said goodbye to something or let something go. It could be a romantic partner or someone you were interested in. I think you've done a lot of self-reflection about why you've been thinking about what you've been thinking about lately, what you've been feeling, what you've been doing. I think you have let go of something and said goodbye to something for the time being. I just heard for the time being. It's made you happy to do this. You have better perspective now and clear headspace. But this is coming from a lot of reflection, looking in the mirror, doing a lot of personal self-reflection. You realized and are realizing that you may have been engaging in something that was just sort of taking you away from what was most important to you. There was a lot of dreams and fairy tale and illusions surrounding a connection. It was sidetracking you from other stuff. And you were very conflicted about your feelings about that person or situation to begin with. This could also really be describing another person that you've been trying to connect to. This person might have been less mature than you. And this person or this relationship would have pulled you off of a path towards your higher purpose anyways. If something didn't work out, you were being protected with the Sagittarius angel here. This person may just need more time to figure themselves out. They might have been conflicted and had more than one choice. This person might be easily distracted. This person might be really sort of carving their way in the world still, and they're not quite ready to settle down. It looks like you are, though, with integrity. Watch out for being part of any relationship right now that someone might use as a way to escape their reality. Yeah. I'm also hearing something about, some of you have had conversations recently about trauma, and you're like, I'm just sick of wearing that on my name tag. Like, I'm not going to invalidate my past or my own trauma and shitty things I've been through, but like, that's not my identifying piece right now. Like, I want to identify through positive things, through my accomplishments, through my hard work, through my positive relationships, through the happier parts of my life. Like, I'm not interested in trauma bonding. I'm not interested in feeding obsessions, negativity, vanity, being part of scenarios where there's a lack of support and I just feel like I'm being used in some way and I'm not being respected. No trauma bonding. I don't wear that on my name tag anymore. I keep hearing that. And you may feel isolated in that message at this moment, like your integrity. It's like people are reading like tabloid stuff instead of like real news, and your real news, if that makes any sense. Yeah, that's the sacrifice you make when you deliver intelligent, real facts with a lot of clarity, with a lot of integrity. We can pull people towards a higher purpose, but they're not always going to follow or support us. It may have tempted you in some way to indulge in something with less integrity, but ultimately you know that that's just not right for you. Also, some of you might have been in a long distance relationship as well. I was like, okay, well, show me what else is going on with them. Like, how's this playing out in the details? I wanted to do a more complex spread, but they told me that they wanted me to keep it short and sweet. The Hierophant in reverse, the Devil, the Magician, the Three of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, there you are, and the High Priestess, Nine of Wands. You look very guarded right now. Very, very guarded at the moment. So whenever I get the Hierophant and the Devil, it's interesting because the Hierophant is a very spiritual card. It is a card of commitment. I mean, it's Taurus. We have Taurus and Capricorn and Pisces and Aries here. But the Magician for me is Aries, Virgo, or Gemini. So that is also your energy. But the Hierophant speaks to being part of something greater than yourself. The Hierophant can speak to being a messenger or a spiritual leader or a spiritual community. It can be an education system, a family, a big company. Sometimes the Hierophant's a whole country. It speaks to systems in a greater sense and a system at large. that we have to be committed to and play by the rules. Here's the problem though, the Hierophant flew into the reverse and it came out with the Devil. When I get the Hierophant and the Devil, this could be an organization, a company, a marriage, a relationship, something that we're part of or that we could be a part of, except there's something kind of toxic about it. We're chained and bound to it. The Hierophant with the Devil speaks to conditioning and peer pressure and also needing to break out and be sort of like a martyr and a heretic and a renegade in some way. There's this system around you that's already in place that you're a part of. And it's got a lot of strong energy. It's like in Star Wars, the difference between the Jedi and the Sith, which is the dark side and the light side. This is the dark side masking as the light side. Like, come to me, my child, let me hear your sins. Well, there's something not right about it. Something not right about this scenario or situation or relationship or something you were a part of. And I love how the Magician came out afterwards and look how he's looking at his magic wand. It's making you think about your own personal power and how you want to contribute, what your spiritual path is, what your destiny is, what community you want to be a part of and contribute to. Like, do you want to be a leader in this community or in this relationship or this family or this process? And the Magician's like, I mean, I could, but if I do, where's it going to lead me? Some of you are heretics right now and very renegade, very maverick for sure. And you're like, am I a part of this? I don't really know if I want to be. I mean, because we've got the Nine of Wands here. Like, I don't know if I want to be part of something like this. Something feels like I could be part of it. I have the power to contribute to this, but I just don't think I want to. Because the Lamb will rival the Devil. Three of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess. You guys are a little different from everybody else right now. Because here's like, the Hierophant does represent a community at large and a system and being part of something greater than yourself. And here it is. Don't they look kind of like the Mean Girls Club? Gossipy, third-party situations. This may just be some kind of a dynamic where you could be a part of it, but you'd have to be like everyone else. Like, they're all wearing the exact same dress. They're drinking the exact same drink. They have the exact same hair. It's like cookie cutter. It's like Stepford Wives. It's like the devil's advocate here is what it reminds me of. This is like a metaphor for the movie The Devil's Advocate. That's an old movie. Keanu Reeves is in it. It was really good. You should see it. It reminds me of this. Like, but I noticed that like this, you could participate, but look how she's looking right at them. Like, I can see through you and I can see to the real you. You can't sit with us. I don't fucking want to. It's kind of what I'm seeing here. Like, I also feel like you're here, like queens and kings sit. I'm here when you want me. I'm not going to chase you. I'm not going to approach. I'm not going to necessarily be a part of something unless I'm invited. But when I am invited, I am the woman holding the coin. I am the grounded one. I am the mature one. I am the pure one. You know, you're the virgin goddess. And the message that you have to share is one of practicality and stability and sustainability. And I just feel like you're looking right at this group or this system or this neighborhood or community or something like, I don't know. Also, some of you may be in somewhat of a toxic relationship, but you are obligated to stay in it. At least you believe that you are, out of duty and responsibility. You may be trying to develop a plan to get out of that scenario. But for now, you've just got to hang in there. It's a slow process and ending with death here, and you're going to keep quiet. Some of you definitely have loner vibes right now, and Virgos usually do with the High Priestess. Like, it's not full on wallflower. I mean, her eyes are open. She's looking right at us. Definitely have heightened intuitive gifts and abilities right now. But Virgo, be prepared to feel like you're a little different. Be prepared to feel like you don't really fit in. This is the start. This is that starfish and spider energy in reverse. Like, there's a group here, there's a system here that you could be a part of, but there's something unsupportive and not quite right about it. You are going to have to manifest and work alone. High Priestess and Magician do work alone. And the High Priestess is sort of renegade against the Hierophant. Hermit and High Priestess go off alone. It's like you can go to church every Sunday and be a part of this bigger thing. Or you can be like, no thanks, I'm my own best teacher. I go talk to spirit in a shack in the woods alone, and I define my own spiritual path and my own life path. And the High Priestess is both revered and feared for this. But you do have sacred knowledge, and I do think that you are meant to share it, just not in this way with this group, with this tribe. You will know when your message will be heard. Some of you have recently decided you don't want to be a part of something because it just doesn't feel right, but that doesn't make you, this does not negate your higher purpose, Virgo. You do have a higher purpose. I hate to break it to you, but some of you are psychic as hell. You are messengers. You do have a higher purpose and a higher calling to contribute to the world in a very special way with your unique gifts and your spiritual gifts and talents. But I feel as though some of you need to hear that your integrity is much higher than other people's. I also feel like for some of you right now, like you're watching tarot and you're like, I swear to God, if I see one more fucking twin flame reading, if I have to listen to any more of this bullshit gossip from these people I work with or go to school with, if I have anyone else question my own personal power or ability, I'm just gonna scream. Like, I'm hearing that like there's a lot of peer pressure for you right now. And I also think it got mirrored in a relationship. I feel like similar things are happening in different parts of your life. And there was a relationship that was like a little bit more shallow, and it's like and unsupportive, and what you had to say and your integrity and your standards just fell on deaf ears. Virgo, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make them drink. Why stay in a scenario where you have to do this all the time? You don't have to. It's okay to go off and be the High Priestess for a while and the Magician and like fine tune your own skills. You may feel as though you work better alone right now. You're going to need time alone for prayer and meditation to get in touch with your intuition, to get in touch with your spiritual gifts and abilities, to get more supported and in touch with your integrity and your higher purpose. Whatever it is you're not a part of right now and kind of grossed out by right now, you are better off without it. And it was just sidetracking you anyways and taking you into a place of fantasy. There will be a lot of self-reflection about that at this time for you, and it's just going to make your message and your truth more real, more poignant. It'll make you more vulnerable and authentic as well. You're better off without it. Stay moving towards, stay on your path, Virgo. Stay moving towards your higher purpose. If things haven't been working out in certain situations lately, it's because those situations, those people, that job, that relationship, this situation, this system was wrong for you. And you might have been the only person that saw it with integrity here in the Lamb. So, and that might be why you were undervalued and not supported. It was because you were the only person that knew the truth. Stick to your truth, Virgo. Yeah. They're pulling back and they're telling me to stop. All right, Virgo, that's your bonus message, your oracle message about spiritual and life path, your spiritual path and life path. I hope this resonated with you. And if it did, I hope it helped. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Virgo. Take care. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.